welcome to my channel. I'm Kelly, and today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite desserts. A lot of the recipes I use aren't always gluten-free friendly, so I have to adapt them to fit my needs, but feel free to use any ingredients that you need or may have in your kitchen at this time. So today's recipe is going to be from the Magnolia Table Cookbook by Joanna Gaines. It is her lemon pie recipe with homemade whipped cream. It's super easy, doesn't require a lot of ingredients, and I've made it so many times for a lot of family members, friends, and they always are asking for the recipe. So if you'd like to follow along with me, go ahead and grab the ingredients I'm about to show you and let's get into it. For the lemon pie, you will need 1.5 cups of crushed graham crackers, 1/3 cups of sugar, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 3 cups of sweetened condensed milk. I use 3 cans. 3 egg yolks. 2/3 cups of lemon juice, about 3 to 4 lemons. For the actual, and a pinch of salt. For the actual whipped cream topping, you're going to need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, so we're gonna start with making the pie crust. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour your graham cracker crumbs into a large bowl. You're going to add in your sugar with it. And then you're gonna give it a nice stir. Kind of get that all incorporated together. And then you're gonna mix in your melted butter, which is 6 tablespoons. And you're gonna make sure that is nice and incorporated before you press it into the pie pan. Now during this time, you wanna make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees so that it'll be ready for when you are ready to put the pie crust in. So make sure this is all good. And what you'll do is you want to spray your pie crust pan. So I sprayed my pan with just olive oil spray to make it non-stick. Then what you'll do is you're gonna pour your crust into your pie pan. And then it tells you to press it down. So I just use my fingers. It's a lot easier than trying to use like a spatula or something. So make sure it's all even up onto the sides. I like a thicker crust. That's just my preference. So I try to make it on the thicker side. So make sure that's all good and pressed in. And then this is gonna go into the oven for about 8 minutes to harden, and then you'll take it out, and that's when the pie filling will be put in. So this goes in first. Okay, so now we've taken our graham cracker crust out of the oven, and that's waiting for the pie crust filling to go in. So what we're gonna do for the filling is you're gonna take your egg yolks and you're gonna use your stand mixer. I use a big KitchenAid mixer, but you can also use one that's a handheld and just put it in a large bowl. I fit mine with the paddle attachment. So you're gonna put in your egg yolks into the bowl. Make sure those are all in there. You're gonna add your lemon juice. Then you're gonna add your condensed milk. Now condensed milk is a little bit messy, so expect for your fingers to become a little bit messy, but that's okay. So I use about 3 cans. That's usually what is almost equivalent to the 3 cups that she talks about, but I just use 3 cans because it's easier and I don't want to waste the condensed milk. So this all goes in. Last one. It does make a lot of filling, so don't be scared if it makes too much for your pie crust. You can always have some left over and then just make the filling itself. That's always good. And then you're gonna add a pinch of your salt. I don't put too much, I probably do a little bit more than a pinch. Again, your hands are going to get messy, that's expected with any baking. Okay, so now you want to make sure your stand mixer is locked, and you're gonna beat this on medium speed for about 4 minutes. Be careful not to splash yourself.
One eternity later.
Okay, so now it's been about 4 minutes. You want to make sure to unlock your stand mixer, let all the good stuff run off of the paddle attachment. It's gonna be kind of loose, but super creamy. This is what makes the best filling. So now what we're gonna do, that's probably gonna drip off my paddle attachment, but that's okay, we can clean up later. So we're gonna pour this into the pie pan. Now, sometimes I have more filling, and that's okay. I'm fine with it going over the crust, honestly. I'd rather have more filling than no filling. So, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so this is ready to go back in the oven. This goes in the oven for 10 minutes. You want the center to be set, but a little bit wiggly when you first nudge it to take it out of the oven. Okay, so this is gonna go back in. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I checked it, it did have a little bit of a wiggle, so it's perfect to come out. Now is the hard part. It smells so good, and now you have to wait. So you have to wait for it to cool for about 30 minutes, and then you have to set it into the fridge for about an hour, hour and a half. And unfortunately, you have to wait that amount of time to eat. So that's what we're gonna do right now, and then I'll show you guys how to make the whipped cream while it's in the fridge. Okay, so the pie has been cooled in the fridge, and now we're gonna make the whipped cream. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to your stand mixer, your electric handheld mixer. I have mine with the whisk attachment attached to it. So it says to put the heavy whipping cream into the bowl. And then we have our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract that's going in, and the 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then what you're gonna do is make sure that your stand mixer is locked, and you're gonna put it on high speed until you get the stiff peaks forming for your whipped cream. So that's what we're gonna do now. Might get a little loud. Okay, so let's check that. See what it looks like. I'm gonna do a little bit longer. Not quite the consistency I'm looking for. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna grab a spatula so we can scoop it on out, and then we're gonna put it on top of the lemon pie. Off the side. Okay. So it kind of looks like this, nice and fluffy. And then all you're gonna do is scoop it on top of the lemon pie right before you serve it. And to be honest, this is the first time I've made homemade whipped cream, so I'm pretty impressed that it worked, honestly. So then you can make it look all pretty, spread it out, keep it in the center, whatever you want. And there you have it. So we have our lemon pie with homemade whipped cream. Looks nice and fluffy and pretty. And if you make this, be sure to tag me on Instagram at the Gluten Free Girl. And be sure to like this video and subscribe down below. And if you want, you can leave a comment to request what you want in the next video. And I'll see you soon. Bye.